All right, here we go. All right, welcome everybody to the World Global Network Business Opportunity Call. My name is Jeff Giamalva, and I am very excited tonight to be able to present to you our business opportunity within World Global Network. So before we get started, let me share with you a little bit about World Global Network and the vision of our company. World Global Network is a company that is expanding very rapidly throughout the United States and into 195 countries. And what we're going to do tonight is really share with you a little bit about our product line, okay, our leadership, our pay plan, and really more importantly, the system in which we have that's showing people how to go out there and either supplement their income. Some people are looking to replace an income, but then there's a small group of people out there. Okay, you know what they say? There's a small group of people that say, why not me? Why could I not become financially independent? And the answer in most cases is what you've chosen in your life will never allow you to become. So why would we think about becoming financially independent? So I say all that to say, right now we're a company that is expanding and we're looking for leadership. We're looking for people that want to pioneer a category of products that has yet to be seen in the industry of network marketing. Some people love that type of challenge. Other people will say, well, you know what? If this is brand new, maybe now is not my time. Because right now we're looking for visionaries. We're looking for people that have the ability to see something before it happens. Because that's what World Global Network is really all about. So let me share with you my story very briefly. My wife, Lisa, and I, we've been involved in the industry of network marketing now for 24 years. I have to pinch myself sometimes. And prior to this, believe me, network marketing was not on my docket, okay, when it came to trying to find a way to earn money. I didn't go to college. I barely made it through high school. And at the age of 19, I started working for the largest health and fitness chain in the world. It was called Valley Health Clubs. Entry-level employee, climbed the corporate ladder. After 9 years of climbing the corporate ladder, I had gotten married, started a family, and I got promoted to vice president of sales and marketing for that health club firm. So from the outside looking in, I was doing okay. At this point now, I'm making a very good six-figure income. I told my wife to quit her job to become a stay-at-home mom, and everything was fine. I had upgraded the house, bought 2 brand new cars, and here was my situation. 1 year after my promotion, my company went into a corporate downsizing mode. Has anybody ever experienced their industry going through changes? Well, that change affected my pay in a very negative way. So we had to do something to add extra income to our household. My wife was not going to go back to work. She made that very clear, and I couldn't work any harder. So what do? My wife, walking to a park one day, was introduced to the industry of network marketing. Somebody told her she can make money on the side, she could do it spare time, part-time, and my wife's initial goal was to make $1,000 a month. This is 24 years ago, everybody. When she told me about it, I was dead set against it. Now I'm going to speed up the story. 2 years later, the decision she made retired me. Because after 2 years, she replaced my corporate income. I took a 6-month severance package, and I joined my wife full-time in this industry. And for 24 years, it's been an unbelievable ride. We've lived a rock star lifestyle. We've done very well in the industry. And we were with a company for over 16 total years. We were the #1 earners and producers in that company. And quite frankly, everybody, 8 months ago, I was not looking for an opportunity. 8 months ago, listen to the story now, I was working out at the gym and I received a text message asking me to watch a 2-minute video. The person that sent it to me, I respected a lot, and that's why I watched the 2-minute video. After watching it, my wife and I both looked at each other and said, this is different. This company is embarking on something nobody else has done. It intrigued us. And what we did is we started to do our little due diligence. And after doing our due diligence, and I'm going to walk you through what we did, 6 months ago, we walked away from a company that we spent 16 years with, and we're now full-time with World Global Network. We've never seen anything quite like that. Like this, I should say. And what I'm going to do is walk you through exactly what we saw and how we made that final decision. Because right now, we're in global expansion mode. So before I get started, I want to read our income disclosure just so everybody understands this is real. This is not get rich quick. This is not do nothing and earn money. It's a business. And you're going to be able to take advantage of something nobody else in our industry is doing. But you have to understand something. Practicality dictates that everyone's results will vary because we are all unique and different. Basically, it takes hard work to make a substantial income in this business. Some people, listen everybody, will make no money at all. The earnings of a World Global Network partner will be 100% dependent upon their skills, work effort, commitment, leadership capabilities, and market conditions. Common sense would suggest that in most companies, one would find exceptional individuals performing well above average, while others perform under the average. We at World Global Network will never guarantee any level income or your success. Please note that. To see our full income disclosure, you could go to our website and check us out at www.worldgn.com. There you go. That's how we open up our meeting, okay? Because we want to make sure everybody understands there's a lot of money being made here, but I will share with you, we have a very simple program that I'm going to walk you through. But what you put into this, you will get out of it. So let's open up by really sharing with you a quote from a very successful individual. I don't think anybody is going to debate the fact on whether or not Mr. Bill Gates is successful. But understand how he thinks. He says the secret to success is to detect where the business world is going and get there first. Please remember that, because I think World Global Network embodies this quote. So here's what we did. Because the way I do my presentations, guys, is I walk you through how we made our final decision. My wife and I flew to Miami, Florida. We're from California, and we met with the owner and CEO of the company, Mr. Fabio Galdi. I wanted to meet the leadership. I wanted to understand who was behind World Global Network. And we instantly hit it off because we're both Italian. But quite frankly, that's where the similarities ended. Because I was sales and marketing my whole life, he's a technology guy. But what a great story. From founding the second largest ISP in Italy in 1994, to in 2002, introducing one of the first touchscreens, to actually developing one of the first successful voice over IP platforms. So from a technology standpoint, the guy knew what he was doing, but that's not what impressed me. You want to know what impressed me? The conversation we had at our first lunch. Please pay attention to this. This is what got me. This is what made me feel very comfortable with where this company was going. Here's what he said. He said, Jeff and Lisa, the industry of network marketing, as you know, is huge. And for all of you to know, it's a $186 billion industry. But if you really break it down, it comes from three categories of companies. The first one I was very familiar with because I lived there for 24 years. It's all the companies that deal within nutritional supplements. And everybody has a weight loss product, and everybody has an energy drink, and everybody has a super juice. Nothing wrong with it. It's just what it is, and it's very competitive because all those companies exist in that same space. Then you have your second category, which are your health and beauty type companies, right? With the skincare, right? And the makeup. Have you heard of Avon, Mary Kay, Nu Skin? These are multi-billion-dollar companies, and quite frankly, they all have similar products and they compete in that same space. The third category are your your service companies. He said, but here's what Mr. Fabio Galdi said that got me. He said, Jeff and Lisa, I am not looking to copy what everybody else has done or is doing. I have determined that the network marketing world can no longer ignore technology. More specifically, wearable technology, and we're going to get there first. For me, that was my mic drop moment. He wasn't going to copy everybody else. He was going to be a category creator. And the vision in which he shared with me has gotten a lot of recognition. From getting a AAA rating, okay, with the Better Business Bureau, okay, from being one of the top 100 solid MLM companies, to how about this one? Having the #1 product in direct selling voted. So we've had the accolades, and we know without a doubt we have something very special here. But then he went on to talk about that his company was publicly listed. This is important for a lot of you on this call to understand, because I know a lot of you on this call are listening for the very first time. See, we're looking for the pioneers. We're looking for the people that will build this foundation that's going to take us to $2 billion. And those people that buy into this vision are going to have an opportunity to receive shares of stock in the company. Our stock symbol is WRMT. So not only can you participate in our compensation plan, but how would you like to participate in the company's growth as we go out there to achieve our $2 billion goal? See, right now we want to go from where we are to 1 billion by the end of next year. And the reason you see such aggression going from 1 billion to 2 billion is because this is very key, and a lot of you need to hear this. We're able to operate in 195 countries. Do you guys understand how rare this is? See, when I was with supplements, the company I came from, after 16 years, we were still only in 9 countries. Because when you're dealing with a consumable product, you have to get your product approved. Over here, you don't have to get technology approved. So we have offices all around the world. So what I want you to do is, if you decide and you make that decision, I want you to think about people you know in different cities, different states, and different countries. I promise you right now, there are people listening to me in over 7 different countries. And I'm broadcasting this from my home in Laguna Niguel, California. Why do I share that with you? Because I want you to understand this business. My business will expand tonight, and I'm doing a presentation over a computer. But I will have a business that wraps around the world. The couple you're looking at are our global master distributors, and they are the initial visionaries that bought into Mr. Fabio Galdi's vision and goals of the future. And they are now the #4 income earners in the entire world of network marketing. I'll get to that in a second. So when you look at what we've done and you look at our foundation, but here's what we're tackling. We're tackling the wearable technology arena. And I got to be very straightforward with all of you. I had no idea what this was 9 months ago. None. If you would have said wearable technology to me, I would think that meant you're wearing an iPad around your neck. I had no idea what that even meant. So I had to get up to speed. So Forbes magazine says this will be a $34 billion market by 2020. Time magazine says wearable tech will change your life, like it or not. And Business Insider says the end of the smartphone era is coming. But here's how I relate wearable technology. Does anybody remember what the first cell phone looked like? I know I'm aging myself. I don't even care. But in 1984, the first cell phone came out. It looked like a brick. It was about a foot long. It weighed about 20 pounds. And anybody who saw it said, that'll never work. But let me ask you all a question. Did this device not change our lives? Are you kidding me? Well, this is exactly what they're talking about is going to happen with wearable technology. And if you don't believe me, don't just take my word for it. If you're in the United States, have you been to Target lately or Best Buy? They now have an aisle dedicated to wearable technology. But guys, listen, here's how we're going to make our mark. We're going to make our mark, okay, within wearable technology because of the vision of this gentleman named Mr. Antonio DeRosa. He's our Chief Design Officer and the Vice President of Marketing. He's the creative brilliance behind our product and has been recognized in the industry with many different awards. We got Mr. Antonio DeRosa from Apple, and he's the mind behind Future Helos. And I want you guys to listen, because one of the questions I asked when I was doing my due diligence, I said, can you please tell me your plans for future product? And I love the answer. He said, Jeff, what version of the iPhone is out right now? I said, iPhone 7. He says, does iPhone 7 have more features than 6? Of course. And when the iPhone 8 comes out, won't people line up to be the first one to get the iPhone 8? He goes, that's Helo. He goes, as technology changes, and believe me, it changes very rapidly, so will the features of our product. And whether that comes from a firmware update or whether it comes from a completely new device, as we upgrade the Helo, it actually increases the value of it. So here's how we're making our mark through Antonio DeRosa's vision. It's called the Helo. It's the most advanced wearable on the market. And I'm going to make an assumption, and I do know what that means when you make assumptions, okay, that all of you or most of you saw that 2-minute video. If you did see that 2-minute video, that will become your best friend. Because listen, everybody, that's all we do. All we do is we get that 2-minute video into the hands of others. You know what that does? It promotes our product, and that creates consumers of our product. Our #1 goal is to get Helos on people's wrist. And then we let people know, by the way, there's a business attached to that product. And for those people, we give them more information, and maybe they want to earn money. It's really that simple. So if you haven't seen the video, this is a game changer in wellness. Here's what this does. It's a personal health monitoring device. It keeps me in tune with everything going on in my body, from my heart rate, to my breath rate, to my mood, to my energy, right? To a guardian function, steps, calories, and so many more plugins, it'll blow you away. And I'm going to give you a sneak peek tonight of what's coming. But let me tell you about a feature everybody loves about the current Helo. How many of you have a loved one that maybe needs to be monitored? Can I give you an example of this? My dad had triple bypass surgery. We have to watch his blood pressure. So since I bought a family pack, I gave my dad a Helo. So now, listen everyone, I could monitor my dad's blood pressure from my Helo. I could actually go into settings and put, if my dad's blood pressure goes above this amount, please notify me and my sister. What's that worth? What's that worth? How many things could be prevented if you knew something was going on prior to something catastrophic happening? And if something is wrong, there's a panic button. Panic button is pressed. All guardians that you have listed are notified via text message or email of exactly the time the panic button was pressed and the exact GPS location sent to you of where they were when they pressed it. Now you got to think about your kids to your grandparents. Now, we are a marketing company. And for the people that are doing this as a business, we're marketers of the Helo. It's real simple. And so what they've done is they've given you a way to change the look of your Helo because we now have a 5-pack band kit. You can see the color of mine. I wear the loudest one out there. You know why? I want people to ask me, what is that? So why don't you guys ask me, what is that, Jeff? You know what I say? Watch this 2-minute video. Jeff, how does that work? Watch this 2-minute video. That's all I do. So you could change the look of your Helo because we have different colors that you could enjoy for a lot of women based on the outfit that they wear. Okay, so pretty cool, right? And then we have these germanium stones. Now, these are embedded into the band of the Helo. What I'd like everybody to do, okay, not now, is Google the benefits of germanium stones. You will be absolutely amazed. Okay, germanium stones may provide you with many wellness benefits, such as pain relief and increased blood circulation. But when you do your own due diligence, I promise you, you'll be amazed at some of the benefits associated with these stones. Okay? Now, we have been featured on many different news channels. So in our opinion, we have no comparison when it comes to our product. And I said it earlier, do you know that we were voted as the best product in direct sales for 2017? We were featured on Fox and Friends nationally, and look at the segment, technology trends that will dominate 2017. And then we were featured at the largest consumer electronics show in the world called CES. And do you know, okay, just yesterday, we just got notified, mark this down everybody, that we are going to be featured on the Today Show coming up this Tuesday on the Today Show with a segment on the Helo. Note that. So we're getting national press. And because of this, look what's happened. In 10 months, look what's happened. We're number 4 in the world in most devices sold. Guys, listen, we do no national television. We don't do commercials. We don't have spokespeople. We do it through a network marketing model. We know number 1 right now is Fitbit. Number 2, okay, is Garmin and Samsung. And here's this little company that's been out there for 10 months. Number 4 with 500,000 units sold. And most of those units were sold, okay, in Asia. In 99.9% of the world were infancy stages. And I don't see Fox and Friends and the Today Show having Fitbit on or Garmin. Who are they featuring? World Global Network and the Hilo. Why? Because in our opinion, we have no competitors. So that's what's happening. Now watch. Because now we've built somewhat of a base. Because I think you all know, the ABCs of business is to build a base with a product and then give that consumer more things to purchase. So let me share with you our newest product. And I want you to understand why we introduced this type of product. Hilo works on your wrist, but it reports your vitals to your smartphone. So if I want to read what's going on with my body, I have to go to my smartphone. Now, what does everybody know about their smartphone? Doesn't everybody know not to do this? And don't we tell women, don't lay it on your chest? And men, please don't put it in your pocket. Because we know, everybody knows, that cell phones throw off radiation. You want to see our newest product? It's called BioZen. And you can mark this down. In the next 90 days, there's going to be a lot of press associated with something called electrosmog. Electrosmog is the new air pollution because our homes are now littered with these devices. Many homes, as you know, have multiple cell phones. They have laptops, they have routers, they have iPads. All these devices throw off radiation. What we call radiation electrosmog. So this reduces the harmful effects of electrosmog. You put it on, it's a sticker, you put it on in the back of any device closest to the battery. Do you think there's a marketplace for this? There's only 7 billion cell phones out there, and you're going to hear a lot about electrosmog coming up. So that's our newest product. Now, this was a press release. It gets better and better now every slide, guys, so hang on. This was a press release that was released in February of this year announcing our company's first wearable, non-invasive, continuous blood glucose estimation technology using our wristband called the Hilo. Do you have any idea how big this is going to be for our company? I'll put it to you this way. If we just capture 1% of North America of this problem, we're a $2 billion company. At 1%, just with this feature. And what am I talking about? How many people out there are diabetic? How many people are type 2? How many people don't even know they're diabetic? Well, can you imagine being first to market this type of device? This is coming the 4th quarter of this year. Game changer, everyone. Now, we've also, next week, are going to release the date of our first cell phone. Think about this. Doesn't Apple have a phone and a smartwatch? Doesn't Samsung have a phone and a smartwatch? Now, World Global Network has its own phone called Infolio and its smartwatch called Hilo. One of the largest screens on the market, dual camera, all the bells and whistles, everyone, 4-day battery life. And you want to know what separates us? It's the first smartphone that reduces the harmful effects of electrosmog. The BioZen is built into the phone. Do you know how many mothers make decisions every day to finally get their child a cell phone? Do you think they're going to choose the one that throws off radiation or the one that doesn't? And I just want you to think of the endless possibilities of these different products that we're bringing into the market. But I said all that to say, all these other products are game changers. But everything evolves around this. And I'm going to say it again, guys. All we want to do is get helos on people's wrists. Now, let me introduce you now to the thing that's got me sleepless. And let me set this up. Do you know iPhone just turned 10 years old? Last week, iPhone celebrated their 10-year anniversary in the cell phone business. Is that amazing? Only 10 years? Do you know when they first entered into the cell phone business, their biggest competitors were Nokia and Motorola? Apple's first year was horrific. Many problems with the device, many recalls. But you know one thing that they had that most of the competitors did not have? They gave their consumers access to an app store where you could download these apps that were compatible to your phone. Some apps were free, and some apps produced microtransactions for Apple. They started with about 100 apps. Now listen to this, guys. Fast forward 10 years later. Nokia and Motorola are almost non-existent. Apple's the #1 selling iPhone in the world, and they now give their consumers access to 2.2 million available apps. And through 2.2 million apps, they produce, listen to this, $3 billion a week in revenue for Apple. I didn't stutter. 2.2 million apps produces $3 billion a week in microtransactions. Now, why am I telling you this? Because we have now just introduced our own app store. Unlimited possibilities with the Helo App Store. We have an open API that allows developers to create and publish their own apps and plugins on our app store. Now, can you imagine the endless possibilities of having multiple apps that people could download? Some will be free and some will produce microtransactions that we get paid on. So understand, customers can benefit from the customer referral program while building their business. Now, can I give you a sneak peek of some of the apps that will be coming into the App Store? And you just tell me if this is not exciting. How about if we had an upcoming release of an alcohol monitoring app? How many people download that app? Can you imagine having thousands of people on your team and they're notified because they have a Helo on their wrist? Because that's what happens. The company notifies all the customers out there when a new app is available. And they say, check out our new alcohol monitoring app. For an example, $6. How many people download that app? Microtransactions that we get paid on. Blood sugar level. What if that was an app? How many people download that? There'll be fitness apps. There'll be diet apps. It's endless. How about a mosquito deterrent app? How many people around the United States and around the world download that one? How about a flu detection app? That's in the works. How about an app telling a woman if she's ovulating? See, these are the things, and we will have hundreds of available apps. This is what's got me crazy. Because I understand the bigger picture of every time an app comes in and people download it, we get paid. So that's the vision of where we're taking our product line, guys. What I want to do now is I want to now move into the compensation plan. Because I think now you got a taste of the product line. The brilliance behind our compensation plan is our COO and co-founder, Mr. Alessandro Santori. He's the comp plan genius. But you know how many other people say they have the best comp plan? So isn't the proof in the pudding? So let me tell you why I know we have a very lucrative compensation plan. Because what this gentleman has created has produced the talk of the industry. And what you're looking at right now, as you remember our income disclosure, is 11 of the top 195 top earners in the world of network marketing, an industry that's been around for 60 plus years, comes from this little company that's been out there for 10 months. Having the number 4 income earners in the world, the number 8, and you could read down the list of people making really what a lot of people would call obscene amounts of money. Because we have a category creator product and we have something called momentum. And we're still in the foundation building phase. So this is what has been very exciting for our company, is getting people earning money very quickly. So let's move into our pay plan. Now, when someone makes a decision to get involved with us, see, some people just want to refer people. Don't ask me why, but some people just want to enroll into our customer referral program. That's okay. Some people just enjoy the product and they want to tell their friends. Some people just want to become a customer and they just buy the product for their own personal use. That's okay. We love those people. But C is becoming a customer and really wanted to understand how they could participate in every level of our compensation plan with our bundle kits. And let me explain that as I go on. So when someone gets started from a business standpoint, there's many different ways in which we earn money. Now, the first way we earn money is called a direct sale. Someone goes to your website, they buy the product, and you make 10%. This is called immediate income. And the immediate income component is paid weekly. Okay? Now, because we want to get people making money fast. Our first goal is to get people to want to buy the product. Now, here's what I want you to understand. You're not shipping the product. You're not collecting the credit card or taking the risk. That's all done through your website that we provide for you. So I don't touch the product, I don't touch the money, I just get paid. Through a direct deposit, whether that comes into a credit card that they'll send me, they can load it on your credit card, or do direct deposit right into your account. That's paid weekly. Income number 2 is making a percentage off your team. So in order to make a percentage off your team, you have to have a team. So everybody starts their team with 2 people. This is the concept. And as those 2 people find a few people who find a few people, you start to build 2 teams. So here's what happens. Every week, the company takes a snapshot and they total all the dollars done on your 2 teams. And they pay you up to 20% of the matching volume of your 2 teams. Simple. But here's what you have to know. There's a cap. The most you can make on income number 2, this may be a deal killer for some of you, but I think it's comical. The most you can make on income number 2 is $600,000 a week. Is that okay? And I'm not saying that to be funny. That is really the cap, $600,000 a week. Income 3 is called check matching. So let me give you this concept. Anybody you personally sponsor lives on your first level. So analogy, if you had 4 kids, that would be your first level. If those kids have kids, that's your second level grandkids, right? Well, at World Global Network, you can have as many kids as you want, and it doesn't take 9 months to give birth. So we have, Lisa and I, 83 kids. We brought in 83 people so far. Every time one of those 83 people earn money on a weekly basis, we make 10% of what they earn. It doesn't come out of their pocket. The company pays us a 10% check matching bonus on everybody we brought in, but it doesn't stop there. We could get paid up to 10 levels of each person. Very lucrative. You know what that means? We're incentivized to help other people earn money. Income 4, loyalty box commission. Can everybody say residual income? Most important income you could ever have. Our residual income program is taking the industry by storm because of how high our retention rate is. So do not hang up until I share with you how that works at the end. Income 5, car bonuses and VIP trips. You hit a certain level every month, you get $1,000 a month towards the car of your choice. VIP trips. Since January, we've been to Dubai, Thailand, Vegas, 2 luxury resorts in Los Angeles, and we're going to Italy in September. All expenses paid. These are the type of trips that you could qualify for. And last but not least, do not underestimate the power of being part of our leadership stock incentive program. As you climb the compensation plan ranks, they release shares of stock to you. Can you imagine? I believe our stock, don't quote me, the stock will go to $100. Do you know just 14 months ago, the stock was trading at 40 cents? Do you know on Friday it closed at about $22? And we haven't even announced the different apps and the new products yet. See, these are the things that we want to make sure everybody understands as they make their decision. So here's the concept, okay? And I put this together because this is my brain, okay? This is my brain. This is how I understand stuff, okay? And I'm not that smart, but I did understand this. All we want to do is get helos on wrist. That's it. That's all we want to do. You know how we're going to do that? See my play on? Helos on wrist. How? I'm glad you asked how. 2-minute video. That's how we're going to get helos on wrist. I know it sounds too simplistic, but that's all we do. So watch. Let's just say you sent out that video to enough people and you got 2 people in your first week. You put 1 left, 1 right. You started your 2 teams. And then you taught those 2 people to send out the 2-minute video and they got their 2. And you taught them how to send out their 2-minute video and they got their 2. And if you took that same geometric growth over 12 weeks, you have built 2 strong teams, right? Not to imply, listen everybody, that it works perfectly. Because 2 will never exactly get 2 who exactly get 2. Obviously, we've got 83. But some people get none. But some form happens. And I promise you, the base will always be bigger than the top. So as you develop a team, as this team is purchasing helos, you're making money. As this team is downloading apps, you're making money. As this team is buying the Biozen or the new cell phones, you're making money. So the concept is the company is going to continue to drop in new product. We're going to continue to build the base. And when you have a base, buying product equals earnings. And I much rather get a very small percentage off a lot of people than 100% off my own efforts. That's what we're doing. And you're saying, well, why are you so special? Because we have a product that no one has yet to be seen in the industry. That's why. That's why when a 2-minute video is sent to somebody, they go, what is this? It allows them to at least open it. Isn't that half the battle, everyone? That's our business. Now watch. Every week, as your team is purchasing the products, remember, the company's totaling all these purchases. And the way you climb the compensation plan is that we total these purchases every week, And as these points are realized, you then climb the compensation plan. As you climb the compensation plan, it allows you to earn more percentages deeper into your organization. Simple. As you climb the compensation plan, it releases car bonuses at certain ranks, stock options at certain ranks, VIP trips. So the whole idea is to build your team that's producing more and more, and that allows you to climb to as far right of the compensation plan as you can get. So I always like to set a first business plan for every new person. And if this excites you, this is the plan you're going to see. And remember the income disclosure. We want to show every new person listening to me right now how to get to the diamond ranking. A diamond does 10,000 points in a pay cycle. And points are determined based on the type of product being purchased, because every product has points associated with it. So once 10,000 points are done in a pay cycle, and that's on a weekly basis, you're making up to 20% of that 10,000. Well, last time I did the math, remember the income disclosure, 20% of 10,000 is $2,000. Our pay cycles are weekly. So if that was being done every week, is that not 8,000 a month? That's the first business plan you will be exposed to. Why? Because most people achieving that rank are not full-time. They're doing it spare time, part-time. They're not quitting their day jobs. They're leveraging a system. So if that excites you, that's the first business plan we're going to show you, is how to get to $2,000 a week in earnings. And all you have to do is pick a package. This is it. So let me show you how it works. Say someone wants to go, someone says, okay, Jeff, tell me where you would start if you just want to be a consumer. Well, I would tell you to start as a personal pack purchaser. Personal pack purchaser. Wow. Say that 10 times. Okay. It's $349. You're going to get a helo, right? You're going to get a box of 5 colorful bands, and you're going to get the germanium stones. That's somebody who says, I probably just want to use the product. Great. Love you. Now, someone says, Jeff, where would you start if you want to build a business? I would say you would probably start at either a family pack or a premium pack. And can I tell you why, guys? Listen, especially people who've owned a business before. One-time purchase. You're not buying 6 to 10 to 100 helos every month. It's a one-time purchase. So the reason why someone buy a premium pack for $2,000, $19.99, I love that play, right? $19.99, don't say $2,000, okay? It's because you get 6 helos, you get 6 germanium plate sets, 6 boxes of bands, and 6 Biozen. And it allows you to maximize your earnings because you don't have to worry about the cap. And people say to me, well, what do I do with 6 helos? Well, can I tell you what I did? I have one. My wife has one. My dad with the high blood pressure, my wife's mom, and my 2 kids. Of course I want to track my family. Of course I want my family marketing, right, their dad's product. That's what I did with it, of course. Then I had somebody say to me the other day, well, Jeff, I'm not that generous. I just want one for me. What do I do with the other 5? Sell them. Excuse me, sell them. If you can't see yourself selling 5, how are we going to become financially independent? Am I missing something? If you sold 5 out of your 6, did you not just get your money back? You're free and clear, and you never have to go back and repurchase the product ever again. That's what people do. So it's all based on what you want to accomplish. If someone can't do a premium pack, I tell them get the family pack. Here's the only difference. Instead of 6 of everything, you get 4 of everything. That's where I would tell a new person to start, because you're going to need the product, guys. Believe me, as you start sending out this 2-minute video, you won't be able to keep the initial product. But I'm going to say it again. I'm not senile. Once you move the product, everything from that point forward is bought direct. I don't keep the inventory after my initial 6. And if you want to add the Biozen to any of the packages, you can. So make your decision, pick your package. Now I just want you to understand the power of our residual income. This is our loyalty program. It's $59 a month. Please listen now. It's optional and there's no contract. But let me tell you why 100% of my builders on my team are on loyalty. Because everybody you get on loyalty, you're getting paid on, number one. But number two, you're making a residual income. And you're also getting a value for your $59. What's the value? Every time you spend $59, you get $75 back in credible points. These points accumulate. So at the end of the year, you have 900 spendable points. What do you do with them? You go to the World Global Network store and you could buy whatever gadgets are in that store. So you want a new cell phone every year for you and your spouse? You could get a new cell phone. You want the latest, greatest Helos as they're introduced into the market? You could buy it with your points. So you get more value than what you put into it. That's the first thing. You get a protection plan on your Helos and your phones. It's technology, right? Sometimes things happen. You're protected, right? You get the App Pro that links all your devices for the panic button. And you get an extra 1% earnings based on what your entire organization does for the year. So can I give you an example of that? Since I showed you the income disclosure, we paid $59 8 times. Just at our 1% at this point, we have $9,300 sitting there. Because that 1%, that $9,300 represents 1% of what my total volume was. That will become $20,000 by the end of the year. That's our estimation. If I wasn't on loyalty, I don't get the extra 1%. Do you know why I'm so excited about this? It's increasing retention. Who would ever get off the $59 a month? That's why so many leaders are coming over here, because the retention rate on their residual income, the industry average is about 12 to 15%. Do you know that we're tracking about 4 times that amount over here? And everybody on your team that gets on the loyalty, you're making about $6 per person per month. That's the loyalty program. See, in most companies, your loyalty program is based on your ability, okay, to be on an auto ship of a product. And if you're about moving that product fast enough, some of you have coffee tables made out of your auto ships. Over here, you're not getting Helo sent to you every month. So that's the loyalty program. Okay, so if you have one person on your team on loyalty, you're active. And I told you 100% of the people building on my team are on the loyalty program. So that's never an issue. So let me share with you how this works. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you a business plan here. And I want you guys to understand, because I know there's people, I'm already getting texts saying, how can I get off to a fast start? Now, I've alluded to that you make 20% the whole entire presentation. But you don't start at 20%. You start at 10 until you become a team developer. So what you have to do when you get started is you got to bring in 2 people. And you got to accumulate 450 points through these first 2 people that you bring on. Now listen, points are determined based on the package they choose. If they bought a single pack, it's 120 points. But if they buy a family pack or above, there's 500 plus points. So if you brought in a family pack or above left and a family pack or above right, you become a team builder, you've locked in your 20%, and you never have to do it again. One time. A lot of companies make you jump through hoops every month to maintain your percentage. So that's the textbook one. If you're on the red plan, for my good friend out there in Australia, all you would have to do is buy a family pack or above, okay, and sponsor 2 people, and you're at your 20%. Okay? Most of us on this call are on the blue plan. So let me share with you. When you bring your first person in, watch this. They go here. Your second person you bring in goes here. Where's your third person go? Your third person goes under 1. Didn't 1 just benefit from somebody they didn't even know? Where's your fourth person go? Here. Where's your fifth person go? Here. And your sixth? Here. And so on and so on. So do you think these first 2 people are excited? You know what I call your first 2 people? This is why I stress this, guys, on these calls. Get your first 2 people done quickly. I call it beachfront property. See, in California, beachfront property is prime real estate. They never have a problem selling those homes, no matter how much they cost. Well, do you understand the first 2 people you bring on are going to sit on top of your entire organization forever and ever? Do you think that's a lucrative place to be? This is why you don't beg people to become your first 2. You just get this done quickly. See, I didn't want 1 minute of one day to go by where I wasn't making my 20%. So you know what I did? Just to show you, okay, that we practice what we preach, we put our daughter, Jenna, here, and we put our daughter, Jessica, here. Why? Do you really have to ask? Who do you think I want sitting on top of my entire organization? My kids. See, I want the money in our estate. See, my daughter, Jenna, bought her own family pack. She's building this. She's 23. She's doing it through social media. Just sending out that 2-minute video. Crazy how these kids know this social media thing. I'm old school. I got to learn that stuff. My other daughter, Jessica, wasn't quite as interested in the beginning, so I bought her family pack. But now she's really interested because now she sees thousands of people underneath her. Do you guys follow? So when you bring new people in, do you understand your first 10 people on your left and your right are valuable positions? Because they're benefiting from what we call team building. As new people come in, they go to the next available spots. So this is why so many people want to get involved with World Global Network as a company, but they're also going to want to get involved with you because you're starting to build your teams. Get your first 2. Here's all I'll say. Get your first 2 very quickly. I'm talking to the people that want to go fast. Now, once that's done, here's all you got to do now. Only everything you have to do now to open up the rest of the comp plan to you. You got to teach those first 2 people that you brought in, right? Where are they? Here they are. Here's your first 2, and now you got to teach them how to get their 2. And you become a team developer. A team developer allows you to unlock the rest of the comp plan. So you could qualify for matching check, for car bonuses, for VIP trips, right? For stock incentive programs. So we're very vested to help those people that want to take this thing seriously to get to team developer very quickly. Team developer is a level you should get to in your first 7 days. And whoever got you on this call is vested in helping you do that. So all we want to do is once people make that decision, then we want to show them exactly how to become a team developer. And we'll be walking you through this. So for those people making that decision, welcome. You got enrolled. And now here's what you want to do. You want to get as many people as you can to check out the website, helo.life, because that's where the 2-minute video lives. So we just want you to open up your contact base and let everybody know you started a new business, and please check this out. That's your responsibility. You know what our responsibility is? Help you with the follow-up when people start to bite, because they will. You're going to create interest, and some people are going to want more information. So whoever got you on this call is going to want to help you get to team developer very quickly. Because once they get you to team developer, then you could teach others how to do the same thing. So we're available to you for 3-way calls, for Zoom meetings like this, recorded versions of this that you could send to people. So once again, your responsibility is to get the 2-minute video into the hands of others. Our responsibility is to help you on the back end. And then we take it one step further. Here's what you send to people. We've been put together a mock script. So whether I'm doing a text message, an email, or even a phone call, we give you exactly the talking points. And basically what you're asking people to do is to watch a simple 2-minute video talking about a new wearable technology product that is one of the top products for 2017. That, by the way, if you're open to it, has a financial award or opportunity attached to it. That's it. Very professional. And that's how we build our company. And this is what's been proven to work over the last 10 months, that people have experienced unbelievable financial changes in their quality of life. So that's it. So in closing, guys, as I close this thing out, I want you to make sure you understand something. When you make your decision and you're buying your initial product package, I want you to remember this. You're not just getting 6 Helos. What you're really getting is an opportunity to own your own business with no traditional overhead. I have no employees. I have no infrastructure cost. And my tax accountant tells me that my initial purchase is a write-off because I'm buying product for my new business. Consult your own tax accountant, but the tax advantages I could take advantage of that I could not take advantage of as a W-2 employee is unbelievable. Number 2, what also you have the ability to do is start earning money quickly. Most businesses don't show a profit for years. We're showing people, and I don't know what your financial goals are, how to cover a car payment, a mortgage payment, a child's tuition, student loan debt. That's another big one people just want to release. But we are putting people on business plans, remember your income disclosure, to make up to $100,000 their first year. Why? Because we're in an industry that we are first to market in network marketing. For me, I love the fact that I could be paid what I was worth. I didn't like to have a glass ceiling when I worked for somebody else. But I will tell you guys, no matter who's listening to me right now, at some point in your life, you're going to need something called residual income. And that's what we're building, because the money that you start to earn here and start to have could be passed down to your kids and your grandkids. This stays in your estate. So that's the reason why a lot of people, they're looking for a residual income stream. And what we pride ourselves on is a system you could leverage. You know why this is important? Because most of you listening to me right now are going to start this spare time part-time. That's why. You need a system you could leverage because you don't have a lot of time. We know that. So we have a proven system for success. We provide the coaching. We provide the mentorship. We have turnkey programs. We have a weekly calendar of events that you could plug into and plug your people into. as witnessed here today. And we have a social media platform that allows you, okay, to get your message into people's hands very quickly. So when you're making that decision, remember, you're getting a lot more than 6 helos when you make that decision. You're really part of a family. And that's what we're doing. You may think that's corny, but I'm telling you, we're a movement. And we are the next 2 years, you got to understand what we are going to accomplish with our product line and the people getting involved with us. We will be a household name. And here's how I will do. I'm going to put a little fear of loss in you. At this point now, if you're on this call, you can't say you didn't know. You can't say you didn't know. I appreciate all of you. This has been recorded, so hopefully I did a good job. And it'll be available for you if you want to send this to your prospects on my YouTube channel, Giammalva Global. So I appreciate all of you guys, and I look forward to meeting all of you at one of our next events or even being introduced through a 3-way call. You guys, thanks so much. Thank you very much. Bye.